In the last video, we studied how microorganisms can cause diseases by damaging the cells and organs. Let's look at common diseases caused by microbes in humans. Tuberculosis, cholera and typhoid are caused by bacteria, while measles, chickenpox, polio and hepatitis A are examples of diseases caused by viruses. And malaria, a very common disease that you all must have heard of, is caused by a protozoa. All these diseases are also called communicable diseases because they spread from person to person. But is it enough to just know the names of these diseases? Unless we know their symptoms, how they spread, and more importantly, how we can prevent that spread, we cannot protect ourselves. So that is exactly what we are going to do next. Now, but first, there is one very important thing to understand. You all know human body consists of different systems of organs, each performing a different function critical for survival. The germs or pathogens that cause these diseases attack a different system based on the kind of environment that helps them grow and thrive. So the key thing to remember is that both the symptoms and the mode of transmission is dictated by this. So let's take a look at the diseases from the perspective of the system that they attack, and you will be able to understand both very easily. Let's start with the respiratory system, which you all know facilitates breathing in oxygen used by our whole body. The diseases like tuberculosis and measles attack this system. Now this can make it really hard to breathe, cause runny nose and severe cough. Also, because of lack of oxygen, it can cause weakness, tiredness and headaches. These pathogens that are in the nose and throat can quickly spread through the air when the sick person coughs or sneezes. So the best way to prevent the spread is to isolate the sick person and follow basic hygiene. The next is the digestive system. The diseases like cholera, typhoid and hepatitis A attack this system and can damage your digestion process. If you do not digest your food, you can get stomachache, diarrhea and vomiting, which can further cause symptoms like dehydration, weakness and even jaundice. You know, the yellowing of eyes and skin that you see? Now, the germs that are in your stomach and intestine are excreted along with the waste and then can spread through water and food. To prevent this spread, it is important again to maintain basic hygiene and consume clean food and water. Third one is the integumentary system, which is mainly the skin on your body. Chickenpox is a disease that attacks this system and causes symptoms like rashes or tiny blisters containing the pus and germs all over your body. It can cause also other symptoms like fever and headaches. So, if these blisters break apart, the pathogens in them can then spread to others through either direct contact or even through the air, which makes it extremely contagious. And that is why it is very important to isolate the patient immediately to prevent the spread. Next, the circulatory system. That is mainly the blood, which is vital in carrying both oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. The malaria pathogens attack your blood cells and can cause many symptoms. Fever and chills, severe weakness and headache are just a few of them. But unlike the previous diseases, malaria does not spread through air or water because the pathogens are actually in the blood. So it needs special carriers like mosquitoes that can carry the infected blood from one person to another when they bite. So it is very important to reduce the population of mosquitoes in your surrounding by keeping it clean and avoiding stagnant pools of water. Because mosquitoes love that. And finally, I want to talk to you about polio, which is very dangerous disease because it attacks many systems of your body altogether. First, it attacks the nervous system, which connects our brain with different parts of our body. This can cause very severe problems like paralysis, which will remain long after the disease is cured, sometimes even for the lifetime. It also attacks both the respiratory system and the digestive system. And you can guess, because of that, it spreads rapidly both through air and water or food, making it highly contagious. So, all the prevention steps like isolation and proper hygiene should be taken to prevent the spread. I hope you really understand the need to learn about these dangerous diseases and take away some simple steps that you can take to prevent them. But don't feel too scared. There is actually a very powerful method called vaccination, which is extremely effective to prevent these diseases. And we are going to learn all about it very shortly. But before that, in the next video, let's start learning about some diseases that are caused by microorganisms in animals and plants.